So I put out a question. Yes, I put out a question asking if you are happy, if you ladies and guys, because I know you guys, there are some guys out there, right? If you are happy with where and how you are in your life right now. And some of you wrote yes, some of you wrote no. Okay, cool. And then I got a DM from someone who said that she had voted yes, that she's happy, but she voted yes because she didn't want to seem ungrateful for where she is in her life, knowing that there are other people who are in a worse off place than her. And let me tell you this, right? I had to break it down because here's the thing, right? There will always be someone worse off than you. Straight up. There will always be someone who is in greater pain, who is in greater disappointment, who is in greater angst, who is just in a worse off place than you, right? This is real, okay? But here's the thing. Is acknowledging your pain, your disappointment, your hurt, your suffering, does that mean that you are ungrateful to God, to Allah, because you are saying that this is hard? Does that make you an ungrateful person? No. Because I see this time and time again where we will dismiss what we're going through, put Alhamdulillah, thank you Lord, over it, so that we're not seen as ungrateful, but we still remain in that pain and we don't do anything to get out of that pain and to get out of that state of suffering. Because we feel it's more righteous. It's more righteous to just take it, yeah? It's more righteous to do nothing. It's more righteous to just say, Alhamdulillah, thank God, that, I'm not going. Yes, say Alhamdulillah. Say thank God that things aren't worse. And allow yourself the ability to actually feel what you're feeling. Just because someone is going through a worse off problem than you or suffering greater than you, it doesn't discount from the fact that you are in a bad place. And so why do we have this guilt? Why do we have this guilt that I shouldn't even acknowledge that I'm suffering right now? Where did we decide that this comes from? Where did we decide that where did this come from? Right? Where did this decision come from for us to say that there are people who are worse off than me, so I'm all good? Just because other people are worse off than you, it doesn't necessitate that you have to dismiss where you are at. Yes, we are told that you do have so much to be grateful for. Yes, but so does the other person who is suffering. So does the other person who is suffering. So does the person who's worse off than you. They also have a lot to be grateful for. Just because we have a lot to be grateful for, it doesn't mean that we have to dismiss where we are at. I am getting emotional because I see it, and it is keeping people stuck. You are keeping yourself stuck because you don't want to seem like you're ungrateful. Where does that come from? Where does it come? Where does it say that that's the righteous path? The righteous path is to just suffer. Just take it. That's better for the person who is righteous. Where? To just, He provides for me. He provides for the children. He loves the kids. But he beats you down. Yeah? And because there are women out there whose husband doesn't provide and beats them down, you're like, okay, cool. I'm going to just take this because there's someone else who's suffering more than me. When did you decide that? Do you know, let me just be real. This all comes down to lack of self-worth. If you strip it down, the issue that I see time and time again, especially in women, is the lack of self-worth. I'm not worthy. At the core of it, you don't believe that you are worthy. of being in a better place. And that's why you allow yourself to remain where you are. Straight up and honest. If you were to strip it down to its core, and I see it with my clients when I work with them and we get to the core is the fact that they don't see themselves as worthy and deserving. And that's why you are there. That's why you are taking it. That's why you are saying that it's better for you to remain suffering. And oh my God, there are so many other people suffering more than me, and I won't do anything about it. And that's where we feel guilty. We feel guilty, feel bad. I shouldn't be complaining about this. I've got a house, I've got kids, I've got a car, I've got food. And there are women in Palestine, there are women in Syria, there are women in Yemen, there are women in Kashmir. Yes, they are suffering too. Maybe their degree of suffering is worse off than you. Yes, that is true. Does that mean then that you don't have a right to get out of your own suffering because a sister, someone who is part of the ummah is suffering? Does it mean that you aren't worthy? No. We all deserve to get out of pain. Every single one of us, regardless of faith, regardless of where we are at, we are all deserving of getting out of pain. So sis, yes, let this be a message. If you voted yesterday on my question that you feel guilty, you feel bad, yeah, that you feel guilty, you feel bad for mentioning that you're in a bad place, or you're hurting, or you're in a, whatever it may be, because someone else has got it worse off than you. Quit that mess, right? Quit that mess. It's nonsense. This is LaYinka dishing it real raw and hard to you, yes? Quit it. It's not serving you. And you're going to remain in suffering, and you're going to remain in pain. And that lady over there who is suffering, she's gonna do what she needs to do. But you doing nothing is not even helping her. You do nothing about your situation ain't helping her. So then what sense does it make for you to remain as you are because you feel guilty that someone else is suffering worse off than you? Claim it. Own it. Yes, I'm suffering. Yes, there's also a lot to be grateful for, and I have the capacity to make change if I want to. And let me let you know that you are worthy of getting out of pain. You are worthy of getting out of pain. Okay, cool. Got that off my chest. Feel good. Right? If this resonates, drop me a message in the DM. If you are in suffering right now, sis, and you are ready to commit and to invest in getting out of it, drop me a DM and let's talk, and we can see how I can support you. And if you are in a place where you're like, listen, just realize that you've been placed here on earth for a reason. You're worthy, and you deserve to get out of pain. Okay. Much love, everybody. Toodles.